Hello, my name is Ngọc Trâm Trần. I'm a first year student here at the ANZA, and my major is computer science. I'm originally from Vietnam and moved here about 2 years ago. English is my second language. I used to struggle a lot with understanding and expressing my thoughts in English, but I practice every day to improve. My final essay will lesson on alphabet journey. In an age where there are expectations everywhere, many people feel pressure to do what others think they should do in life. In the film Quit, director John chose to alphabet journey to show that the yellow brick road is not for everyone. Alphaba, who is destined to become the quiz queen of the West, faces issues of her discovery, confidence, and social justice. From attempting to be accepted by a society that rejects her because of her green skin appearance, uncovering the wizard lie, and fighting the establishment in order to bring about what she believes is justice. Alphaba character points toward the message that we have to map our own road and become the best version of ourselves. We need to create our own place in life and become our own wizard in order to have the life we want. In the film, this idea is shown through three parts of Alphaba's story: her isolation from society, her rebellion against the wizard and Mariable, and her will to stay true to herself even at a cost. In Quit, society rejects Alphaba at the very start of the story based on her physical appearance. She was born with green skin from her mother afraid, as her mother trained a mysterious potion during a time. From the moment she was delivered, she received disapproval. Governor Thorpe succeeded in this plea, it obscene. He also referred to Alphaba as it, when ordering this pair to carry her away. Everyone discussed across the simply because she was different. In The Wizard of Oz, the yellow brick road implied clarity and acceptance. However, in Alphaba's story, it represents society rejection. The yellow brick road in the film was the path to the wizard accept power and control. Alphaba's path was not a clear one, yet the path on the yellow brick road was not her. Alphaba's isolation saw how social isolation the other. Along the corridor of Strict University, she reminded of her autonomy by her taunting peer of cheating with supremacy by her teacher. The implicit rule of the environment are rule of building, class, conformity, and power. Alphaba's green skin is a metaphor for her non-conformity, and the refusal of accepted by society is a metaphor for the state of those who fail to live up to the expectation of beauty and achievement. The assumption regarding what is considered to be noble tried Alphaba to revolt against society expectation and eventually turn her back on the yellow brick road, as it is not the only path to succeed. The life of Alphaba, early on in the film, is a rebellion against the political leadership of Oz, the wizard and Madame Mariable. The wizard in Alphaba's dream is promised that will alter her skin tone and accept her as the desired. However, upon meeting the wizard, she finds that he is a system that is solving the animal of Oz. The wizard is a fraud, accepting his authority to further his interests, rather than helping others in need. This is a very important point in the development of Alphaba's character, as she understands that the road she had thought would lead her to freedom and acceptance was merely an illusion. This is a reminder that yellow brick road is not for everyone. Alphaba's turning point is when she rejects the need for validation from authority figures, deciding instead to define her value and future. In the gesture of defiance, Alphaba determined that she will no longer go along with the wizard and Mariable at any cost. This is an act of self-determination wherein Alphaba refused to look up to some other individual to change her destiny. She took things into her own hand and vowed to fight for the right and animal Oz. It is not that power and authority reside with the wizard and Mariable. The symbolism of the yellow brick road is the choice one Alphaba learned that must force her path even with the power of art against her. The pinnacle of the primary scene in the film is when Elphaba comes to terms with the fact and must illustrate who she truly is as a queen of the quest. As a result, Elphaba chose to follow her own path, regardless of the price she must pay. She would rather flee and fly on her broomstick than follow society blueprint for who she should become. This last act of the emperor itself in frustration and accepting that one truly is, Elphaba then sings, and if I'm flying solo, at least I'm flying free. To those who round me, take a message back from me. Tell them how I'm flying gravity. I'm flying high, defying gravity, and soon I'm watch them in Reno. Her journey is one of tests in which she tries to confirm that reality that the only way she can be as big is to be herself. The symbolism of the yellow bristle is then just approached with that of the flight of Elphaba. As she contrasts her own role, the unspoken assumption that we all must follow the old way to success is then violated by Elphaba's definition. The message of film is that we must be all our wizard and trust the world that we want, even if it means doing so in response to injustice. Finally, to you as my entry to quit to injustice, the yellow bristle is not for everyone, and we must our own role in life. His story talks about a misunderstood young woman because of her skin color and her struggle to find her place. As she uncovers the truth about wizard corruption and stand up for the right of oppressed animals in us, Elphaba slowly learns to embrace who she is. Through Elphaba rejection by society, her revelation against the wizard of Maraibo, and her ultimate acceptance of herself. The movie presents that the road to self-acceptance is sometimes unclear and non-traditional. Elphaba journey teaches us to be ourselves, create our own future, and stand for what we believe in despite being different. My final essay has so about my process and the area I need to improve this quarter. One of my strengths is organization. I know how to structure an essay with an introduction, body paragraph, and a conclusion, along with clear main points. I understand that I still have limited knowledge and need to learn more in order to become the better critical thinker and writing in the future. One area I need to improve is organizing my idea more logically and clearly so that reader can follow and contact with my writing. Another goal is to improve the transition between paragraphs to make the essay more fluent. Lastly, I realize that avoiding over-complex sentence structure will help make my writing more effective. I hope I have earned an A on the final essay because I put a lot of effort into writing and revising it. I followed the assignment requirement, and I use feedback from the tutor as well as read my classmates in the forums to improve my writing and my critical thinking. Even though my vocabulary still needs work, the ideas are clearly presented, and I think it shows strong progress from the beginning of the quarter. This class was challenging, but it was also very meaningful to me. The part I found more interesting is probably Forum 3, talking about ChatGPT. I found it really interesting, and through this course, I also learned how to use ChatGPT as a tool to help with outlining ideas. I also enjoy the forum discussion through the course. By posting my own idea and responding to others, I was able to explain my self-awareness. The most difficult part of watching film and trying to understand the content, because my vocabulary is still limited and my pronunciation is sometimes incorrect. I had to watch the film many times to grasp the meaning. Sometimes I felt frustrated with myself, especially when I could tell I was making some grammar mistakes but I didn't know how to correct them properly. As a student, this quarter has me grow a lot. I have learned how to manage my time better and I'm no longer a procrastination. Instead, I also try to complete my assignment as soon as I can, within my ability. Outside of this class, I also took 2 classes called the Quarter, Mat 1B and CIS 22B. The workloads were very heavy, and at times I feel stressed and doubt my ability. However, now I feel more confident in myself. I earned an A in ProMath and CIS. I know there are many areas where I need to improve, so I will keep trying every day to become a better version of myself. I'm also grateful to my instructors for their support. Thank you for watching movie.